Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. This time we circle back to something we kind of hinted at a couple of episodes ago, which is Australian VHS releases. Now I don't have many of these, but thanks to a guy named Ron Humphries, or Humphris, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, I was able to get my hands on a few thanks to him putting some stuff on eBay. So we already looked at the 1982 Video Rental Library edition of A New Hope on Betamax. Now we want to take a quick look at some other releases and how they compare in a couple cases to the US, but in one case how very different it is from the US. And we'll start with that different one. In 1989, there was a VHS reissue in Australia of A New Hope. That was this. Now remember, in the US around this time, it was all cardboard slipcover type packaging. We weren't getting the clamshell cases, but we have a clamshell here for A New Hope with a very different looking package than we've seen before. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, CBS Fox Video, poster image, Star Wars, 20th Century Fox logo down here, and then down here, this is the rating here, parental guidance recommended. This is PG, but this is PG by the Australian rating system. The back, Star Wars, images about the film, cast crew, CBS Fox logo, copyright, and legalese down here. Spine, CBS Fox Video. You got Han there with sci-fi underneath. Star Wars, there's your UPC, your barcode. Then hi-fi stereo, VHS, product number, and then I guess another product number of some kind down at the bottom. The 1130 tends to be the identifier for A New Hope, then another one down at the bottom there. Okay. And then as far as the actual cassette goes, that's what's kind of interesting here because it's very lackluster as far as logos. Your spine there, CBS Fox Video, Star Wars, a little bit of copyright legalese underneath, the rating, the product number, so it is at least specific to this film. Then you look at the label on top, O. Warning, the copyright proprietor has licensed this film, blah, 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 legalese, legalese, legalese. CBS Fox Video South Pacific, CBS Fox Video logo, and copyright there noting 1989. So, by this point, we don't really have anything special and cool to look at as far as that top logo goes, but at least it is marked on the side to let you know what it is. What I think is probably coolest about this is just that this cover design with the blue and the clamshell case just doesn't have a US equivalent, so it's kind of cool to check that out. But you may recall that one of the things I like to try to do is find one film and kind of fixate on comparing different versions of it. So we've seen a lot of different versions, like Japan and the US and the UK and so on, for the Phantom Menace on VHS to draw comparisons from. Well, we also now have a full-screen VHS release of the Phantom Menace from Australia. So, digitally mastered, for superior sound and picture quality with the THX symbol as you'd expect. Star Wars with the one behind it, Phantom Menace. PG, parental guidance recommended for persons under 15 years. Low-level violence. Okay? Low-level violence. We're going to cut Maul completely in half, but that's a low level of violence, don't worry. I guess because there's not as much blood as one might expect from that sort of thing. Okay? But Australian rating system there. The image there noting that it's full screen by being that square image, even if it doesn't say so. 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, Star Wars with the one behind it, the Phantom Menace. There's Maul, THX logo, Lucasfilm logo, product number, and PG rating again. The back is what we would expect, the pod race, Jar Jar, lightsaber duel, the taglines and the information about the film, cast, crew information, UPC, 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment, legalese, 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 and then PG. And yes, this is from 2000 as one would expect. In this case, a little snazzier looking. Not so much with this, but at least it has the logo on it, right? Star Wars with the one behind it, the Phantom Menace. Lots and lots of legalese. The rating, the product number, and so forth. Pretty cool there. But on the top, there we go. Nice image there. It's basically just the case image, but it is at least an image there. Maul eyes behind it and everything. Pretty nice. Okay. Now, I have not been able to go in and check and see exactly what the contents are. I would assume that there's no behind-the-scenes special because that was reserved for the widescreen version in the US. Hasn't been the case for any of the full screen versions we've seen from other regions yet, but I do not have a PAL VHS player to check this out. So, Phantom Menace, once again, similar style, but on the outside it's primarily the Australian ratings that set it apart. On the cassette itself, the way that the side label is handled, and then the top label being the art here, which we have seen from other regions before. And then, just for good measure, because he had it available, I also picked up Attack of the Clones. So again, full screen Attack of the Clones. Similar layout there to essentially what the Phantom Menace says. This one says medium level violence and adult themes. Ooh. But still, not recommended for under 15 years. So same rating, but that one is low level violence and this one is medium level violence, right? Killing, the women and the children too. And all that. Spine set up similarly there with Anakin. Back set up similarly there as well. Again, rating in the bottom corner here in particular. Up at the top says bonus material. So this one does have the bonus material just like the version that we got for the US. So this is going to include the Star Wars connections with R2 and C-3PO talking about the connections between the prequels and the original trilogy before the film, then afterwards a handful of the deleted scenes. So it's essentially the equivalent of the US version just applied to Australia, which you would expect. Not reinventing the wheel as you go from region to region most of the time. And then label, very similar to the one for Phantom Menace. Only 2 years difference, right? 2000 to 2002, so you would expect a big difference. And yes, the art from the case, again, used as the top label. So again, not a lot of big differences, but it'll be cool to lay these out side by side and get some images of it from the Star Wars Home Video Library. That'll be pretty fun. But another cool thing I thought would be fun to add to my collection here. So, with that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers, even down under.